Admiral Mullen called this leadership, but it looked to me like letting down the troops. This is why our symbol is a question mark. We need to have members of Congress asking questions about the effect of the new LGBT law for the military.
There are going to be a number of young gay men who have been shoved into the middle of this social engineering debacle and told that it is their right to serve. In the confines of barracks life, the sexual tension that will result when you try to develop a warrior culture and put these two very different ideas of sexuality in the middle of that culture is going to produce a lot of bruised, a lot of angry, a lot of severely disappointed young gay men.
We look at these polling data of 60% of Americans or whatever say they think homosexuals should be able to serve openly in the military. Well, do they really understand the conditions under which their sons and daughters and their neighbors' kids would have to serve in? Now, it's not just an issue of privacy, a loss of privacy, and this is not an issue of two men or two women in camouflage holding hands.
Folks who don't know much about the economy are telling us how to rearrange the economy. Folks who don't know much about medical care are telling us how we ought to reorder the healthcare industry in this country. And folks who don't know very much about the way the military operates or what is good or bad for it are telling us how the military ought to be run.
It becomes more and more clear that the Obama administration is not serious about the war on terror. There's any number of things you can point to, but including the Mirandization of the Christmas Day bomber, the proposal to close down Guantanamo and import terrorists into U.S. soil, and now this.
You know, in the Navy, in the late 1900s, homosexuality was rampant in the United States Navy. It was so bad that mothers would not let their sons enlist in the Navy until the Navy cleaned its act up. And fortunately, they did. On board ship, the Navy found there are three things unacceptable to good order and discipline and its impact on military readiness. You cannot have a thief aboard. You cannot have a drug user or drug pusher. And we found out you could not have a homosexual.